It's time for me to show you how to get an S-class freighter. You've probably seen the ship battles that are going on as you are warping around all of the different systems. Now, it's taken me a while to get what we're about to do here to proc. What you need to do is you need to leave the game running and in open running, so you can't have it paused while you're doing this. You just have the game running for around 3 hours. So basically you need to turn the game on when you get home from work and then go and have dinner and stuff. Once that is done, you then need to warp 5 times, and that is going to cause a ship battle to happen. This is a set thing, and you can save the fact that this has been done. So what you want to do, each time that you warp, you want to come to a space station, get into your ship, come back out and create yourself an autosave. Once you get your first battle, and I can show you exactly what this is going to look like because we are in that position right now. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to warp on out here to one of the systems. Bit of a strange insert here, but just while I was cutting the video down a little bit, just wanted to make sure that I'd said, to be clear, you need to have played for 3 in-game hours before you start warping around. And then when you're ready to start kind of getting ready for your ship encounter, you want to save before you warp to each of the planets as you're warping around. That way, when you get your first ship encounter, you can come back and reload your autosave. From that point, each of the different systems will give you a different freighter encounter, which means you can get different kinds of freighters depending on the one that you want. Now, I'm going to show you guys the 2 capital class freighters, which are the ones with the most storage, which is why most people will go for these, and how you can tell whether or not these are the biggest ones, which is mostly an aesthetic difference. Also, just bear in mind that these won't appear for your first freighter encounter, but they can appear in any encounter after the first. So I hope that helps you guys out. And over to this system first, just because this has got the Dreadnought class. So basically we're going to have the choice of 2 what are called capital class freighters. So these are pretty big. So when I come over here, we're going to see the Sentinel version. I quite like this one. This is the one that my main save has, but it's not the one that I'm going to have for this save, which is why I'm going to show this one first. Now there's something to look at when you first come in, just in case you guys care about it, so that you can see whether or not this is the small, medium, or large variant of the ship. This one is the large variant. And you can see this is a set piece battle, right? So if you want this one, I'll show you guys what you need to do later. But to see whether or not this is a large one, you see the fins along the side of this. Each of those, you just need to count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fins, means that this is the large one. If this were 5 fins, that'd be the medium, and 3 fins for the small. So I'm going to reload my autosave now because I've decided that I don't want to have that one for the Venator. Now, you'll notice that I'm going in for 3-star economies when I'm doing this. I am not entirely sure as to whether or not the economy affects our ability to get a high-class ship. Not only do we have size to worry about, but these can be C, B, A, and S-class just like any other ship. I couldn't see it on the wiki, and I couldn't find it like concretely confirmed anywhere whether or not these are affected by the economy or whether this is like a set piece that we are just kind of participating in. Either way, so we're just going to come over here and we're going to count these pods along this left side. So 12 pods is going to be large, which this one should be, because that's what I counted before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And much like the last one, less pods is going to be medium and small. We are not going to fight immediately. What we actually want to do right now is create another save state. So we're actually just going to look around for the space station. Yeah, we found it. And as you can see, it's shouldn't be too far away from where you are. Just have a good look around. If you need to, go ahead and just switch to like first person mode. Then maybe you can bring it in a little bit, although we can't even see it on my scanner here. And we're just going to head on into the space station. Now, when I did this live streaming, this completely stopped the battle. I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen. So we're going to see whether or not it happens here as well. Okay, so we're going to get out the ship. That's going to give us an autosave, and now when we reload, we'll be in this exact position with the ship back out of there, and the rarity of the ship will get re-rolled each time that we reload the save. So we're going to go back to our ship over here that we can see, and now we need to fight off the pirates without hitting the ship. Oh, look at that. Just like in my stream, the battle has in fact finished. So I don't know if that's intended or what's supposed to happen, but there's no battle. We have the freighter that we want to have, so we're just going to head on straight in. And what you'll notice is when we get out, this does not create an autosave. So all we need to do is scan. If this is an S-class, we want it. If it's not an S-class, we probably don't want it. And that's because these are so expensive, you only get to have one, and I don't even know if we can upgrade them from A to S-class, and that would probably be ungodly expensive. And you can see what the price of the A-class is right there, look, 128 million. So make sure that you bring at least 200 million in for this before you start trying to plan for this, because trying to get credits without being able to warp around or anything is going to be quite difficult. So we're going to re-roll this now by obviously reloading our autosave and resetting from the station. And just to kind of show you guys that it's still there, we've come back out of the space station. It's right there again. It can move around, so sometimes if you don't see it, don't panic. Sometimes it's just kind of decided it wants to float around the system a little bit. Just be persistent and make sure you look around. Let's see what we've got this time. Just a C-Class, I'm going to re-roll until this is S. Now that we've rolled S-Class, you can see the kind of price we're going to be paying here is astronomical now. One of the good things about this is expanding the storage here is nowhere near as expensive as ships. I haven't actually covered expanding ship capacity yet. It's probably going to be next. But that's why I have so much less units than the last time, because it's so incredibly expensive. But in any case, once you get up here, you want to head up the steps, up the steps to the captain. And we're going to go ahead and buy the freighter. So I believe doing it this way seems to prevent us from getting one for free. Apparently if we fight them off, we should get this for free, but I feel like making sure we get the S-Class and the ship that we want is going to be worth it. This is also going to very likely infuriate one of our moderators because he's been after a black and red version of this for a long time, so this is going to be kind of funny when I get to troll him with it. So we now have the S-Class freighter. There's lots we can do here. I'll be covering all of the different kind of parts of this in separate videos. I haven't even started doing the planetary bases or anything like this for the channel yet. Still tons for us to do, but hopefully that helps you get your S-Class freighter, and I'll see you all again soon.